Welcome back. It is 8:35. We check in with TMZ's Harvey Levin in LA. Just posted a big story this morning. It turns out one of the Bachelor contestants, one of the most recent ones, Chris Soules, is in some trouble.
He is indeed, Lauren. He is under arrest right now after allegedly leaving the scene of a fatal crash that he caused. It happened in Iowa, and he was driving a Chevy pickup. You know, he is a farmer, and he was at his farm apparently or nearby driving last night, and he slammed in, according to cops at least, slammed into a John Deere tractor trailer, and the tractor trailer rolled into a ditch, and the driver of that tractor trailer was taken to the hospital where he died. Chris allegedly left the scene and has been charged with driving and leaving the scene with death. That's the name of the charge. But he is right now in an Iowa jail, so he is in big trouble. Interesting.
He was kind of portrayed as the sweet farmer from Iowa for those that didn't watch the show. So interesting turn of events. And Harvey, I know you guys will stay on top of that. Let's also talk about Mel B from the Spice Girls. This is a story you've been following for a while. She is in the middle of this nasty divorce. And I think what's really interesting is she has two kids. She has one child with Eddie Murphy that she had. And right after that baby was born, she wound up with her husband, Stephen Belafonte, and he actually would like custody of, or joint custody of, both of those kids. Well, he's not the father of the oldest child. He still feels like he's been in that child's life for quite a while now.
Yeah, I mean, this is about as messy and acrimonious as it gets. There have been incredible allegations in this case. She says that he was just an animal and beat her mercilessly, and that she was going on TV and covering up the bruises. I mean, just the allegations are unspeakable. He denies them, and yet she was able to get a restraining order keeping him away from her and away from the child they had together, as well as a child she had with Eddie Murphy, but a child that he has raised really since birth. Eddie Murphy has had nothing to do with his kid. A judge just heard his plea yesterday saying, look, I know there's a restraining order. I want to see my kids. And he wants to see both his child and the child who is Eddie Murphy's biological daughter. The judge is giving him supervised visitation over his own child, but will not let him see Eddie Murphy's child. And again, Eddie Murphy is not in the picture, never has been.
Right.
But the allegations here are, I mean, what I just said scratches the surface.
Goodness. And then there's the whole thing with the nanny too, right? Like she filed some defamation lawsuit because she doesn't want to be blamed for all this?
Not exactly. She filed a lawsuit against Mel B for defamation because Mel B said that Stephen Belafonte had an affair with the nanny, got her pregnant, and then forced her to have an abortion. She says that's untrue. She says, in fact, what was really going on was that they were having consensual three-ways for 7 years. And Mel B has now fired back saying, well, maybe so, that is true, but you two went off on your own and that wasn't part of the deal. So it is just an unbelievable series of allegations.
What a mess. Thank you very much, Harvey. You can see TMZ weeknights 11 p.m., weekdays 3 p.m. here on Fox 4. You can also find a link to the show's website, fox4news.com.